Welcome back to Universe. I'm Andrew, and today I'm playing Slay the Spire, which is a table. This is a demo version in Tabletop Simulator. So this is a digital version of a tabletop game, which is based on a video game, which is a deck building card game. So it's a video game based on physical game concepts. And now with that out of the way, we're going to be playing this demo, which is for a game live on Kickstarter right now. They're currently at like $2.5 million or something like that, so they're doing pretty well. They don't need your help, but if you're interested, you can check it out. I'll put a link in the description. And if you're familiar with Slay the Spire, you'll probably be able to follow along pretty easily because they did a pretty good job of matching this version to the video game version. If you haven't played Slay the Spire, hopefully I'll do a good job of explaining and keeping you up to speed along the way. Oops, this is not out. It was in my testing. Let's put that back. I have played the Slay the Spire game, but only like 3 times. The video game. I didn't love it, but I figured I'd give this a chance anyway. I like tabletop games, and I actually prefer solo, or I like the option of solo. This one has the option of solo and cooperative. So if you want to play Slay the Spire, but you want to play it with friends, this would be the way to do it. Although I guess they have mods. You could play the video game with friends anyway, but now you can do it on a table. So I'm going to be playing as the Watcher, and apparently this is the most complicated character, and I've never played this character in the video game, so that's why I wanted to try her out. Apparently she's the most difficult, but hey, that's what I do to myself. And over here is the board. This is the map that we will be walking through. We'll be walking starting from here up this way along one of these branching paths until we get to the Act 1 boss, which will then reveal in battle. If we succeed, we can go on into Act 2. So we'll see how well I do with that. But the first thing to do is this is the Niao's Blessing card that got dealt to me at the beginning of the game. I'm playing solo, so I get to start with 2 gold and this Kindling card. Once per act, I can heal 2 at a campfire. And other than that, let's just resolve this Niao's Blessing. And I get 3 gold and a card upgrade, and then I will choose to get 4 gold, remove a card from my deck, or upgrade 2 random cards and gain a curse. So first will be gain 3 gold and an upgrade. 1, 2, oh, and that was too much. Oh, how many coins is this? All right, I don't know how many times I press copy and paste, but it looks like I'm supposed to start with 2, and then I gained 3 here, and then I'm going to gain a card reward. So this is the reward deck. Let's shuffle that and reveal 3 options. So that's how you do a card reward, is you pick 3 and keep 1. So we have Foreign Influence, which costs 2 energy, gives 3 attack, or copy an attack played by another player. That's not going to be great for me. It's in playing solo. Crescendo costs 1 energy and has Retain, so you don't have to discard at the end of your turn. You enter Wrath mode and then exhaust this card. So Wrath mode is on my character board. I start in neutral. They're also giving me a giant stack of these. I don't know why I have so many of these tokens, but I get 1 every fight. And then I have these 3 different stances. So neutral is how I start. If I enter Calm State, nothing happens, but if I leave Calm State, I get 2 more energy for the turn. And if I enter Wrath State, I have +1 attack, but at the it's +1 damage for every time I do damage, but at the end of the turn, I take 1 damage. So I have to be careful with that. But Crescendo just throws me directly into Wrath, and apparently that is strong enough that the card has to exhaust. Or I can play Wallop. Let's move over so you can read it. 2 attack for 2, or 2 energy for 2 damage, and gain block equal to the damage dealt. Playing solo, that might be what I want. 2 attack with 2 block with the possibility to scale up. So I've never played this character before, but I'm going to take that one and mix that into my deck. These 2 go on the bottom of the reward deck. And then I can choose to gain 4 money, remove a card, or upgrade 2 random cards and gain a curse. And I think that's what that's the one I want to do. So let's shuffle this and then upgrade a card. Strike. Upgrade that. All right, now it's a strike 2, I guess. And defend. Upgrade that. And all right, defend 2. So both of those are upgraded. I then also need to get a curse, which is from this deck over here. Take a look. From this section, I got a lot of stuff, so I'll grab 1 curse and put that on my deck. And now that's shuffled. And then where do I put this? Is that from here? Yeah, so I'll put that over there. Little discard pile. And then we can start the battle over here. These are the first encounter cards, and I'm going to pull 1 off there and be facing the cultists. So in the top left, you can see it yields a gold and a card reward if I beat it. It is very straightforward. Every turn it is going to attack and then buff itself up, and it has 9 health. So I just need to kill that as fast as possible. So let's grab this cube and put that on the 9 to mark its health. And we weren't going to use the die this fight. I just have to be careful about 1 damage and then strengthen. So let's actually look over here. The icons. Strengthen means deal 1 plus 1 damage on all attacks. So I'm gonna have to be careful of the cultist. It's gonna be gaining a strengthen every turn, and it's gonna hit me for 1 the first turn, 2 the second, 3 the third, etc. So what am I gonna do? So let's shuffle my deck and draw 5 cards and see what I can do. So here I've got 3 energy, 0 block, and 9 hit points. My hit points are throughout the entire run. So if I end this fight with 5 or 6 hit points, then that's what I've got going into the next fight, for example, unless something changes that. Block resets every turn. So if I gain block, I better use it. And then energy resets every turn, and it is at 3. That's where it starts out. I do also have this ability, the start of combat ability, that I get one of these miracle tokens, and I can spend a miracle token for 1 more energy. I can only have 5 miracle tokens at a time. So let's go over to the cultist and see what I've got. I got eruption for 2 damage, enter wrath. So to do 2 damage, but then I do plus 1 damage for the rest of the turn. Defend blocks once, defend plus blocks for 2, and then 2 regular, strike and a plus strike. So that's good. So let's do 2 damage. Let's see, we're going to want to do as much damage as we can to finish off the cultist. And we want to block just 1 damage. I don't think I need to go into Wrath stance and damage myself. I only have 3 energy to spend, so I'm going to use Defend plus. Strike and Strike. I could use my Miracle right away. Probably makes sense for me to know the contents of my deck. Let's check out what I have coming up. I got a Wallop, damage and block, strike, strike, vigilance, 2 cost for 2 block and calm, defend, parasite. Oh, this is my curse that I got. I didn't even look at it. Unplayable. If it's removed from your deck, lose 2 health. Okay, and then defend. That's interesting. I don't have a way to enter neutral stance. I just start in neutral, and I can switch between wrath and calm with vigilance and eruption. But I think I am going to spend my miracle and for plus 1 energy, and instead of playing strike, I'm going to play eruption. So I'll play defend plus to get 2 block. Go ahead and mark my 2 block, and then I'm going to use the eruption to do 2 damage, enter wrath form, so put him down to 7, and move my stance to wrath. So I now do plus 1 damage, and I'll play strike for my last energy, does 2 damage, does 3 instead because of wrath, and that's going to put him from 7 down to 4. So those cards I played are going to go to my discard pile, and the cards I didn't play also go to my discard pile. I'm going to draw 5 more cards for next turn, and he's going to hit me for 1 damage, and then he's going to gain a strengthen. However, I should have dealt 1 damage to myself at the end of the turn because of wrath, but I had 2 blocks. So I blocked 1 and prevented that damage, and then the cultist hits me for 1 by prevent that damage with my other block, which means now he is strengthened, but it is my next turn. I'm still in wrath form, so hopefully I can just do 2 more damage, which gets plussed up to 4. Let's see, I've got the wallop, which would be 3 damage. Strike would be 2, strike would be 2. I can go to calm, I can defend. So, but I'm not going to end my turn again, so all I need to do is play wallop for 2 energy and strike for 1. That's 3 energy, 5 damage, and we got him. So I think we're done with this. I do need the reward, so the reward will be 1 gold and 1 card reward. And I can just delete that, discard both of these, and all of these. I imagine those will be reset for the next encounter. So let's take 1 more gold. I'm gonna reset to neutral stance. I didn't end the turn. I won it. I won the scenario before it ended the turn, so I don't have to take another damage, pretty sure. Yeah, and then a card reward. So 1, 2, 3. Empty mind, draw 2 cards and enter a neutral stance. There we go. Like water, end of turn if you're calm, gain a block, and that's a power. So if I played this for 1 energy, it would stay in play for the rest of the fight. And then weave, 0 cost, deal a damage. If you would discard this card while scrying, instead play it and it deals plus 3 damage. There's a little lock symbol with a 2 in the corner. I don't know what that means, but they gave it to me as part of the Tabletop Simulator scripted setup, so I'm going to assume it's supposed to be here. And I'm not going to think about it again. I like the empty mind switching to neutral, and I like it switching from calm because that would give me 2 energy. But if I'm not switching from calm, it's probably not worth it. 0 cost for 1 damage seems fine too, especially if I'm going to be in Wrath. I don't have any scrying effects yet, but let's do empty mind. That's the one I'm going to choose. I think those all 3 were pretty good, except for perhaps the one I chose, because that's how I am. All right, and now we have a choice. So we can go left, middle, or right to one of those question mark events. So this is part of the strategy of Slay the Spire, is choosing your path up the spire. And I'm going to take a question mark. I'll take 2 question marks in a row. So let's pull from the Act 1 question mark deck and see what we get. The library. You come across an old abandoned library. You find countless rows of scrolls, manuscripts, and books. I can read, gain a card reward, but look at 5 cards instead of 3, or I can heal 3 hit points. Well, I will look at 5 cards instead of 3. I don't need any healing. So let's see. 5 more choices, huh? We got Consecrate, 0, deal 1, and that's deal 1 to all enemies. Flurry of Blows deals a damage +1 if you switch stances this turn. Windmill Strike, retain. 2 energy, 2 damage, +2 if it was retained. That seems solid. Collect. Ooh, get 2 meditations, or 2 miracles, and then exhaust it. So it costs 1 energy and a card for 2 energy. But you can save it between turns and between encounters. And then reach heaven. 2 damage +1 per miracle used this turn. I like all of these also. Well, except for maybe Consecrate, because we're playing a single player. Well, no, because it doesn't damage every enemy. It only damages all enemies in your row, so it doesn't actually matter that I'm playing solo. It just matters how many enemies come out in that particular encounter. I definitely might miss... I mean, this is dependent on what enemies I face, right? You don't know what that's going to be. But I think I like the low cost card because I just picked a draw card effect. Oh man, otherwise this collect is really nice. I just don't have much power to spend those miracles on yet. All right, I'm actually going to take the Consecrate. It's 0 cost for 1 damage. And if I happen to be up against multiple enemies at once, it's 1 damage to all of them. Unless I'm wrathful or have strength or something, then it's going to be more damage to all of them. So I think that has the best upside and is reasonable. So that was our first one. Let's see. We're going to go on to this next question mark space and pull another one. And we get... a wing statue. You notice an intricate large blue statue resembling a wing. You find gold spilling from its cracks. Maybe there is more inside. I can pray and remove a card from my deck, but I lose 2 hit points. Or I can gather gold and get 2 gold. Well, I do have the curse. So I think I will choose that. I'll lose 2 hit points in order to get rid of my curse. So let's take a look and take this out. This is going to be out of my deck, and I lose 2 health. Down to 7, and hopefully I don't regret that. Put this at the bottom of the curses, and put these at the bottom of this Act 1 deck. All right, so next up, there's only one way for me to go. It's up to a monster. So now we're going to set up an Act 1 encounter that isn't a starter encounter. And I guess all I have to do is hit the button in the script. I just have to click this Start an Encounter button, and it'll set it up for me. So I'm going to move all this stuff up here so you can see it. Get out of my headspace a little bit. And all right, so we got Sneaky Gremlin is the main monster. So if you had to set this up yourself, you would have drawn the Sneaky Gremlin from this Act 1 monster deck. And then it tells you to summon 3 random gremlins. And so then you would go into the gremlin or the minion deck or summons deck and grab random gremlins, I think. So 3 random gremlins, and it's already done that for me here. So now let's assess the situation. So if I win, I'm going to get a gold, a potion, and a card reward. This is going to do 2 damage every turn. This one will do nothing on the odd turns, and on the even turns, it's going to hit me for 3. And if there were more players, it would hit everybody for 3 because of that little burst blasty symbol. The fat gremlin does only 1 damage, but it also gives me a weaken, or what does that icon mean there? Deal -1 damage on all attacks in the next attack, and then remove that token. So I don't love that. And then the mad gremlin does 1 damage, and it's angry. So whenever it takes damage from an attack, it gets stronger. It gets a strengthen. for next time. All right, so here is a group attack. So I'm glad I picked up that mass damage spell. So let's shuffle my deck and draw 5. And hopefully I drew that card. And I did get it. So consecrate. So it'd be nice if I could become wrathful first, but I cannot. Oh, it's a lot of blocking. I can strike and I can do a lot of defending. This hand is not particularly good. I do get 1 miracle, and I have 3 energy to spend. So I'm definitely going to play Consecrate. That's going to do 1 damage to all of them. So I'll put him down to 1. It's down to 3. This down to 1. This down to 4, but that means it takes a Strengthen token. And then my 3 energy, I can strike once, so that's 1 damage. I guess this one hits me, what weakens me? How much? So I'm going to strike once and defend twice. So I'm going to have 2 block. I'm currently getting hit for 2, 3, 4 damage. So I'm going to spend my other strike damage on this sneaky gremlin so that I only take 1, 2 damage. 1, 2. And so I'm going to defend both of these ones. But it does mean I'm going to get that weaken token. Put that over onto my board. I'll put it here as a reminder. And then grab these, oops, put those in my discard pile, and then this is going to move down to here. So it's going to do nothing but charging up, and then we're going to move that token for next time. I'm going to take 1, 2 damage plus the weaken. Oh, I take 3 because I already damaged it. Ooh, I didn't think of that. So I'm actually taking 1 damage. Don't know if there's anything I could have done better. All right, that ends that round, so I'll draw 5 more. And what can we do this time? I can empty mine to draw 2 cards and enter neutral, but I'm already neutral. Vigilance can make me calm, but I would be out of energy. I do have 1 miracle. What is the rest of my deck? I have 2 energy that I wouldn't be able to afford, 1 for 2 damage, and 2. And then I'd reshuffle, or no, this would just give me 2 of those 3 cards. But if I switch to calm and then back to neutral, I will get 2 energy. So I'm actually going to do that. So let's spend 2 energy to play Vigilance. I get 2 block, and I enter Calm. Then I'm going to spend 1 energy to play Empty Mind, which lets me draw 2 cards, and I enter Neutral. And because I left the Calm state, I gain 2 energy. So now I can spend 2 energy with these cards, and I have 2 block now. Was that worth it? Basically got 1 energy for 2 block, and I got closer to getting back my damage everybody card. So now let's assess the situation. I'm currently going to be taking 3, 4, 6 damage. That's too much. I'm also weakened from my next attack. I only have 2 energy. I could use Eruption to enter Wrath state, but I would take a damage, and then with 2 damage, I could not even finish off the wizard. But I think I'm going to use my 2 energy to defend, get 2 more block, and to strike. So these are both my enhanced cards. Because I was weakened by the fat gremlin, the strike actually only does 1 damage. I'm going to do it to this wizard. Is that right? Yeah, and then I'm actually going to use the strike. I'm going to use my miracle for 1 more energy to take out this fat gremlin so I don't get weakened again. It reduces my damage. So now I'm taking 3, 4, 5 damage, and have 4 block though because I played the other defend. I go down to 0 block and take 1 of that as damage. This is gone, and then these are gone, and I'm going to draw the rest of my deck, which is 1 card, and then reshuffle and get 4 more. And let's see what I can do now. So now this is going to go back to just charging up, so it's not a priority. I did get Consecrate to be able to do damage to everybody. It's not as exciting with only 1 or 2 enemies, but probably play that. I could go into Wrath form first. All right, let's do that. Let's spend 2 energy to go into Wrath, do 2 damage, and then go into Wrath form, and then play Consecrate to deal 1 damage to everybody. But instead it's 2 because I'm in Wrath, so they both get finished off. And I have 1 energy to spare. This was spent and my energy was reset. I didn't track everything between rounds, but basically I won the fight. So now again I get 1 gold, a potion, and a card reward. So it's like, these are the potions. So I'll grab one of those. I get an explosive potion. I can deal 2 damage to any row. Pretty good. And you can only have 3 potions at a time. But now I've got that one. One more gold. Go ahead and reset my deck and claim a card reward. Again, one of 3 cards. So this one is a golden ticket. Can't be added to your deck. When you reveal it, reveal a card from your rare deck. I'm not sure, was this supposed to be discarded? I'm going to put it at the bottom and hopefully that's okay. But yeah, I get one from my rare deck in the place of that. So now I can choose Vault. Discard your hand, draw 5, gain 3 energy, and then exhaust. I like that, but I don't know if it's amazing. Rush down the first time you enter Wrath each turn, draw 2 cards. It's pretty good for a longer fight. Tranquility, retain, enter calm, exhaust. I don't know about that. Thinking I'm going to take the vault because it's gold. Those opportunities don't come up all the time. So let's do that and then put these away and then check out our map. And we now have the option to go to this monster or this monster. They're both the same type of thing. The question is just, do I want to be along this path or this path? So if I go this way, my next encounter will be a campfire. And if I go this way, my next action will be another monster. So I think I will go toward the campfire. Monsters are nice because you get rewards, but I am slightly down in health and I wouldn't mind getting some of that back. So let's, can I just delete these? Or I don't know, but I'll just put them back onto that stack. Don't know. Well, for this, I'll put this at the bottom. I'm not sure. I should check the rules, but I'm not going to. So let's clean this up. And yeah, now we have another fight. So I'll go ahead and click the button for it again. And this other button, this is an elite monster, I think. So I haven't faced one of those yet. So this is just still a regular encounter. Start it. Move all this up to here. And let's see, now we have a cultist plus a spike slime. And the spike slime is going to use the dice. So I think I'll go ahead and roll that now. And 4 means that the spike slime is going to use this second attack this turn. It's going to be 1 attack. And then that little spiral, what is that? That is this card here, goes on top of my deck, takes up a spot from my hand, but then it goes away. So it's just like a little bit of a stun. I don't know the name of it. Okay, again, 1 gold, 1 potion, 1 card reward. 9 health though, and every time it hits you, it's the same as our first encounter, it does the damage and gets stronger for next time. So let's see what I draw. Shuffle, draw 5, 3 energy, get my miracle back. And what do we got? Empty mind, but I'm already neutral and I can't change. So I don't want to just draw 2 cards for an energy. I've got cards. I mean, these are all very basic cards though. Yeah, these are not particularly good. Do want to kill the cultist as fast as I can, I think. Oh, this symbol here, that little broken heart. I need a refresher on that one. So it's deal 2 times damage on all attacks in the next attack, and then remove 1. So that token would go to me, and I would take double damage from the next attack against me, which could be especially scary with a buffed up cultist. So I'm not going to be able to kill anybody, but let's just, I'm taking 2 damage this turn. Do I want to defend twice? This is a pretty bad hand. I might just defend twice and then strike once, and that's it. So I got 2 damage coming in at me, but I defended twice. So I will block it. And then I'm going to take this double damage token, which I don't want. And we're going to roll the die again, see what the spike slime's going to do. Same thing. Oh, and this should go on top of my deck as well. So now when I draw 5, I'm going to get that one, which isn't good. It's just taking up a spot. I got my consecrate. Can I be wrathful? I could play vault and just cross my fingers. I could play consecrate and then vault. That's not bad. Prefer to play consecrate with wrath stance, but that's not going to happen. So let's do that. I'm going to play consecrate, do 1 damage to each of them. And then I'm going to play vault, discard my hand, draw 5, gain 3 energy back. So basically the whole cost. Pretty sure this little stun card goes into the discard pile because it wasn't in my hand at the end of the turn. And now we have 5 fresh cards to fight with, plus our 3 energy. This should have a strength, so it's going to hit me for 2 this time. Getting hit for 3, I'm thinking of playing vigilance. That'll block 2 of it. Do I play defend? to block the rest? Doesn't matter if I play plus or not because it's only 3 damage. Or do I just poke in 1 damage? I'm going to be careful with my health. So I'm going to play Vigilance and Defend. I'm not doing any damage. I'm just going to get 3 block. Well, let's say I played this one. So I'll have 4 block. And so I'm getting hit for 3 damage by block it all. I get another one of these guys. And this guy gets another strength. Roll the die. 6 means it's going to be attacking for 2 this time. And I'm going to draw that. And this. 4 more. Now I've got Eruption. Now I can go to Wrath. So I did switch to Calm. I just didn't move it. Now if I leave Calm, I will get 2 more energy. So Eruption pays for itself. And then I can even Wallop and deal 2 and gain, or deal 3 and gain 3 block. And I'll have 5, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1. I can still play a Defend, which isn't really what I want to do. Well, I guess I need to defend my own damage because I hit myself with Wrath. So let's play Eruption for 2. So I go down to 1 energy, but then I switch to Wrath form. We'll do 2 here. Switching to Wrath form gives me 2 energy for leaving Calm. So I'm back up to 3. I'll play Wallop, go down to 1 energy, gain or deal 3 damage because Wrath form gives +1. And 5, 4, 3, 2. And now I have 3 block. And then I can play this for 2 more blocks. I go up to 5 block. I'm in Wrath now. 5 block. I'm still going to take damage, aren't I? I didn't use this yet, did I? Let's see. How much am I taking? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. +1 for my own is 6. And I have 5 armor. Can I afford to take the damage? I'm about to go to the campfire. I don't know how much the campfire heals for. I know I can heal for at least 2 though. But I do want to be careful with my health. So I'm going to use this and play this last Defend as well. Go ahead and this is going to be ending my turn in my hand. So the ethereal means it is removed as far as I understand it. These can go back over to my discard pile. All right, so yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. This guy's going to get another one of these. And I had 6 blocks. I go down to 1 block. I'm also damaging myself with this Wrath. So block everything and draw 5 new cards. Hopefully I can finish them off now. I can Consecrate and I'm in Wrath form, so that'll do 2 damage to both of them. This guy's defeated. I just need to do 2 more damage, which I can do with a strike. So 1 energy does 2 damage again because of Wrath, and I win. So these can go. This guy, put him back. I get a gold, a potion, and a card reward. I'll put him on the bottom. This little stun card, ethereal, can leave my deck. And let's see what my potion is. Get a weak potion. So I can apply 2 of that weak symbol to somebody. They take 2 extra, or they deal 2 less damage on their next attack. And then 1 more gold and 1 card reward. Inner Peace, Tantrum, and Cut Through Fate. 1 attack, scry 2, and draw a card. Scry means look at the top X cards of your deck. You may discard any number of them. Then put any remaining cards back on top of your deck in the same order. You can't scry more cards than are in your draw pile. All right, so 1 damage, 1 cost, scry 2, and draw. So seems good. Tantrum is 2 damage, enter Wrath. Put this card on top of your draw pile. That seems pretty good. Right now I have to pay 2 to enter Wrath. So it says if you're a Calm, draw 3, otherwise enter Calm. Interesting. I like this one too. I think I'm going to take the Inner Peace. Seems like you can choose to focus on a more calm or a more wrathful build. And I think I'm going to be more calm, which means drawing more cards, getting more energy. Seems to be how this goes. So back up to here, I'm now going to go to the campfire, do my first campfire action. Oh, and I just have the option of healing 3 or upgrading a card. I will definitely heal 2 with the kindling. That puts me from 5 up to 7. Heal 3, it actually waste 1, so I could have saved my miracle. So I guess I'm going to take the upgrade then. I guess I get to choose. I think you're supposed to know what these cards upgrade into, but I don't. So I'm going to just pick one and I'm going to upgrade this vault because it's gold. And hopefully that'll be, if it's good, it'll get even gooder. So let's upgrade that, see what I get. The Vault Plus costs only 2. Discard your hand, draw 5, gain 3 energy. All right, so that is better for sure. Lets me play more stuff before they're doing a little reset. And that was the full campfire action. So back over here, I can now proceed to here or here. Again, they're both treasure actions, or something, but then where do I want to go from there? I'll go to this one. And this is a relic, so everybody gains a relic. Just draw from this deck, I guess. I got Akabeko. Once per combat, gain a strength for 1 attack. So this is something I get to keep for the rest of the whole game. I can use it once per combat. Gain a strength for 1 attack. So that's good. Let's put that here. I'm going to exhaust this to show that I used it this run, or this act. And I have not used Akabeko yet. That's really good with Consecrate. So that'll be nice. And then I can proceed. So again, here or here, both the same, but lead down different paths. I don't really need the heal, I guess. I mean, I am down a little bit, but I'm going to go this way and then draw from this deck. And we get Scrap Ooze. Before you is an acidic slime that ate too much scrap for its own good. Inside the creature, you see glints of light. Perhaps something magical? Reach inside, roll the die, lose a hit point. 1 or 2, reach inside again or leave. 3 or 4, gain 2 gold. 5 or 6, gain another relic or leave. Nothing happens. Well, I'm obviously rolling the die. So let's roll that. 1. I lose a hit point. And now I can go again or not. Ooh, now I kind of wish I had the campfire coming up. Ooh, but now I don't really have campfires at all. But I can't just give up. So I'm going to lose 2 hit points. Got a 5, so I get the relic. All right, nice. That's what we wanted. Wing boots. You may ignore paths when moving up to the next room. Use this 3 times and then discard it. I can ignore paths. So I guess are these like rows meant to be like parallel rows, and I can just choose anything on the entire row? In which case now I can go over to this campfire. So I'm gonna assume that's the case. I will track that I've used it 1 time. I'm going to the campfire so that I can heal 3 because I just took 2 damage. So let's go back up 3 health. So that'll be nice. This back to the bottom. All right, now I can go anywhere on this row, I guess, if I use my boots again, or I can just not use it, go to a regular monster or another encounter. I feel like I should go shopping. So let's do this monster here, a regular encounter. Click to load that up, and we got a blue slaver. Let's roll the die because you can see the little dice icons. 5. So it has 10 health. Rewards are 2 gold and a card reward. On a 5, it's going to be doing 2 damage and a little stun card. All right, I looked it up. It's called a daze. So 2 damage and a daze. Probably not going to be able. I'm not going to be able to block the daze, but let's see if we can block the 2 damage. All right, draw up our first hand for this battle. Got Strike, Empty Mind, Defend Plus, Inner Peace, and Strike Plus. So if I play Inner Peace, I'm not calm, so I'll become calm. And then I can play Empty Mind, draw 2 cards, and enter neutral. So I would pay 2 energy to get 2 energy back and draw 2 new cards. 2 cards and 2 energy for 2 energy and 2 cards. It's kind of like a break even, but I get to look at 2 new cards to play my turn with. So I guess that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to play Inner Peace. That costs 1 energy. I go Become Calm. And then I'm going to play Empty Mind for 1 energy and become neutral and draw 2. And because I left calm, I get 2 energy. So, but now I have regular defend and the consecrate. Not too good, but I mean, it's fine. I get to do 1 damage with that. So 1 damage for no cost. And then with 3 energy, I just need to block 2 damage. So I'll defend plus. Why can't I play that card? Defend plus. Defend again, or no, I can just strike and strike plus for 3, putting them down to 6. And I had made 2 block, but I'm going to spend that, or I have to spend all of it. You can't save block between turns. Draw 5 new cards, and we're going to roll the die again. 2 means it's going to be doing 2 damage and do the little weaken effect. And I realized I should have gotten a daze. So let's put these back, shuffle those. So I don't know what order they're in. I'll just draw 4 of those and grab a daze. Now what? Do 6 damage. Oh, I got a new miracle. Need to block 2. But my only block this turn would come from Wallop. I feel like I'm not under a lot of pressure. So I could do like Eruption and then use my miracle to Wallop. But Yeah, I'm not under pressure. So I'm going to see if I can save my miracle into the next encounter. So I'm just going to strike Wallop. So it's going to do 3 total damage, putting him down to 3. Wallop get 2 damage, so I get 2 block. And I'm going to block both of that. I will become weakened. And then these are, well, these are discarded. This is put back. Get 5 more cards. Only have 4 left. Shuffle. Draw the last one. Oh, this should have been shuffled in as well. I won't worry about that. This too. Maybe I will worry about that. All right. There we go. So now he's only at 3. Well, let's just, for fun, let's see what he's going to do. He wants to hit for 2 in daze again. All I have to do is 3 damage. I've actually only drawn 2 damage, so I'm going to have to vault. But let's go ahead and strike first for 1 and put that in the discard pile. I have 2 energy left. Actually, it didn't do any damage because I was weakened, so we'll put him back up to 3. But I'll keep that, and then I think that means this is gone. And then I will vault for my 2 energy. I forgot I can Akabeko. I don't know if I have any attacks that do damage multiple times in a single attack. I'll go ahead and discard my hand and draw a new 5 and get 3 energy. Now can I do 3 damage? With 3 energy, I can just play Eruption, go into Wrath, do 2, and then strike for 3 more is plenty. All right, so end the combat, reset stuff. Didn't take any damage. Defeated the blue slaver, get 2 more gold and a card reward. Just spreading all that out. This was another regular enemy. And for the card reward, we get Just Lucky, Sands of Time, and Mental Fortress. Whenever you switch stances, block. That's a power, so it lasts the rest of the fight. Sands of Time, retain, cost 2, deals 3, plus 1 for each other card with retain in your hand. I haven't been picking those. Just Lucky costs 0. I like that. And then based on the die results, I don't think you roll when you play this card. You roll, or the effect is based on the die that was rolled at the beginning of the round. So you do know what is going to happen when you play it, but you don't know what is going to happen when you put it in your deck. So it can either do a damage and scry or can do a damage and block. And for 0, that seems quite good. So I'm going to grab that one. Put these on the bottom. All right, and then back up top, go over here to the map, and which way do we go? No, I was here, so now I'm going to go up to here to this treasure, so we can experience that. All right, so now I need the merchant board. Where's that at? Ah, there it is, on the other side of that thing. So we're going to get 3 potions, or 3 relics. 1, 2, 3. And this one is on sale. We'll look closer in a second. Also 3 potions, and each player also gets to look at their own reward deck, and 3 cards are available for that. So let me pick these up and carry them over here. So this is what we got going on. I can buy these 3 cards. 2 of these have gray borders, and this one has a blue border. So blue border costs 3 gold, the gray borders cost 2 each. I can pay 3 gold to remove 1 card from my deck once during this visit. I can buy Omamori for 6 minus 1 because this one's on sale for only 5 gold. I cannot get curses. Necronomicon I can buy for 10. Your first attack this turn is played twice, and that happens on ones. Interesting. I like that just because it's fun and random. Runic Pyramid costs 7. Once per combat, retain a card. And then or I can buy these potions. So vulnerable potion can apply vulnerable. Flex potion gives you a strength. You lose it at the end of the turn. Gambler's brew changes the die to any number. But again, these potions are one-time use. So let's see, how much do I actually have? I have 4, 6, 8, 10. I have exactly enough for that Necronomicon if I really want to be silly, which I do. Flying Sleeves is pretty good, and that's only 2 cost. It's 1 cost for 2 damage, but if I'm in Wrath form, it does 4 damage. And if I have any strength or anything, it does even more. I'd also love to remove a card, but the Necronomicon is too fun. I'm buying that for 10 gold. Put that over here, and yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All of it's gone. I'm getting double attacks on ones. So this board is done. I imagine I just pick all this up, flip it over. Can't afford anything else. Put all this away. Flip the board back over and put these back to the bottom of my reward deck. Then let's go back over here. So now we hit up the campfire. Heal for 3, huh? I only need to heal for 1, so let's upgrade a card instead and take a look at the options. Let's see about consecrate. I wonder if that's gonna be, it depends on the boss we end up facing, but maybe it'll be worth it. We got consecrate, so now it does 2 to every enemy. That is nice. And now it's time to visit the boss. So our next path is directly under this Act 1 card. So we flip it over, and this is our boss, the Guardian. Reward is 3 gold. It's something, a boss, or like a Guardian boss reward treasure thingy. And another card, that's a gold card reward. On the top right, you can see its hit points a little bit different. It says 40, 80, 120, 160. That's player count. So the top number is 1 player. So it's going to have 40 health. So we're going to use this board to track that it has 40 health. And I guess I'll move it over here. It's a big old card. And let's see. So I assume it's starting in attack mode because it's on the left. It's going to do 2 damage and get 5 block. And the next turn it's going to do 7 damage. And then you can see that burst symbol. So the burst symbol is not really relevant for me here, but if we had more players, that'd be hitting everybody. But on its second turn, it's going to deal 7 and then shift. If it doesn't have any block, it doesn't attack and enters defensive mode. Interesting. So I actually want it to have block, because if it has no block, or I don't want it to have any block, I want it to stay in attack mode, so I want it to have no block. If it has a block, I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. So I burn through all its block, it won't attack me, but it will switch into defensive mode. Defensive mode, it'll do 2 and then 4, and get a strength and enter attack mode. But while in defensive mode, I take damage every time I attack it with an attack card. I should also roll the dice. So nobody's using dice, but I do have some cards that care about dice, such as the Necronomicon and my Get Lucky card. 3, so that's not a 1. I would have liked a 1. All right, so let's just see what we're doing. It doesn't happen now anyway, so let's do that. Draw 5 cards. I've got my Meditate, 3 energy, no block. And what can I do? I can enter Wrath. Oh, I didn't spend my Meditate, so I actually have 2 Meditates. So that's nice. I believe you fully heal at the end of an act, after the boss fight, so I can be a little less careful with my health. Just, of course, I don't want to die. But nothing's really random from here on out except for what I draw. Well, and the die roll for the purpose of my lucky card in Necronomicon. But I'm saying I'm probably not going to get surprise damage. So I'm in control of when I block or not. I don't have any efficient block cards, so I think I'm just going to take damage this turn. To do 40 damage though. Thinking of going Wrath or Eruption and then Strike Plus. And I'm going to take a good amount of damage. Well, not a ton, but 3 damage. That's going to do 5 damage. Oof, that's only like an 1/8 of his health, and he's going to start getting 5 block every turn. No, just once. All right, let's start out tough. I want to play my efficient block cards, but I'm not going to play my inefficient block cards. So it's going down to 35, and then he's hitting me for 2. And getting 5 block, and I'm taking 1 damage for ending my turn in Wrath. So I'm taking 3, draw 5, and he's going to mode shift. If I don't get through all 5 block, he stays, and he's just going to do 2 damage again and 5 more block, and hit me for 7. So I don't want to get hit for 7, so I need to let him switch to defensive mode. So I want to burn through the 5 block. Can I do that? Empty Mind, enter neutral and draw 2 cards. Defend plus, probably want to play that. Wallop, gain block equal to the damage dealt. Does that account for the fact that the damage was prevented by block? Pretty sure that would prevent the effect from happening because the damage didn't actually get dealt. So how am I going to do 5 damage with his hand? Pretty sure I'm going to need a miracle here. Let's start with, I didn't roll, so that could be relevant. 2, not what we wanted. Let me check my potions. I've got double weak and I've got deal 2. So I could help break the armor if I need to. And get strength for an attack, and that's about it. I think I'm going to start with strike. It's going to cost 1 energy, and it's going to do 2 damage because I'm still in Wrath. So he's got 3 armor left. And then I think I need to play Empty Mind and try for something else. I don't think I can afford to spend 2 energy on Wallop. Even with the Wrath extra damage, I wouldn't get any block out of it. Defend I might need, but I don't have to decide yet. So let's play Empty Mind, down to 1 energy. I get to draw 2 cards. Oh, and I'm back to neutral. Got Just Lucky, which would deal damage and scry 1, and a Vault. discard your hand, draw 5. So let's play Just Lucky. It's going to deal damage and scry 1. This is a card I get to look at. 0 to deal 2. I will keep. And we're doing 1 damage. Oh, actually, take away the block. Need to do 2 more damage. And I'm thinking I want to vault. If he mode shifts, if he has no armor, he doesn't attack. Does no damage, so I don't need block. So maybe I just play the vault. So let's spend 1 miracle and vault. I'm going to get... This is exhausted. I'm going to get... I mean, it's still in my deck for future fights, but I won't get it for the rest of this fight. Draw 5, exhaust, or gain 3 energy. So I have 3. These are discarded. And 5 new cards. Okay. I'm now neutral, which isn't really what I want to be. Vigilance and then Inner Peace will let me draw 3 cards, but I'll have to use a miracle if I want to play anything else after that, because I'll have the energy, because I'll be putting myself in calm and then staying in calm. I'll need to find a way to leave calm to get the energy. Well, all I need to do is play Consecrate to break the rest of his armor, so there's not a big downside to this maneuver. I'm going to spend 2 energy to become calm and get 2 block, which I'm probably not going to use. We'll see. Spend 1 for Inner Peace, which lets me draw 3 cards because I'm calm. And we got Just Lucky and Empty Mind. Empty Mind was what I was looking for, but I have no energy, so I'm going to spend my last miracle for that. Draw 2 cards and become neutral, which means now I gain 2 energy. And now we can do a few things. I could have Just Luckied first, but I'm not going to worry about it because I would have scried. But I'll have that be for next turn. I cannot become wrathful, which is kind of what I wanted. So, I mean, I can play this Consecrate, deal 2, break his armor. So now he'll be switching to defensive mode. I may as well use this Akabeko, gain a strength for 1 attack. It's just going to do 1 more damage. I don't think it's going to have a bigger impact than just doing 1 damage. No, I might need it to break an armor later, so let's not waste it. 3 energy. I can play Just Lucky, do 1. And scry 1. Strike, or should I wallop? I don't need any blocks, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, I have 3, so 1, 2, 3 energy, right? Or no, I just have 2. So I'll just do the wallop because it's 2 damage instead of 1. And put him down to 32. So I've done 8 so far. Feels like a lot of work to have done 8 damage. I do get to scry 1. I'll discard that. And that's it. So now... it's his turn. If he doesn't have any armor, it doesn't attack. Okay, and enters defensive mode at the start of next turn. So he's going to switch over to here. Next turn is going to do, or at the end of this turn, is going to do 2 damage to me. And, oh, we did get the 1. That's the Necronomicon number. But Sharp Hide, while in defensive mode, after you play an attack, take 1 damage. Reminder, damage can be blocked. Speaking of which, my armor goes back to 0. Get a new hand. And gone through our deck a couple times already, which is fun, but I've spent all my miracles and the hand does not look that exciting. So do I go to Wrath? I mean, probably, right? How does this read? Your first attack this turn is played twice. Is played twice after you play an attack. So I'm going to take an extra damage for that? My goodness. So if I take damage every time I play an attack, I'm going to need it to go into attack form just so I can attack it. Next turn it does 4 damage and becomes strengthened. So I'm going to have a lot of blocking to do next turn. Well, I mean, I didn't draw good block cards this turn. But if I play like Eruption and then Strike Plus, it's going to do 2 damage plus 3 damage from Necronomicon is 5. Plus 3 from the Strike is 8. But I'll be doing 3 damage to myself, putting me down to 2, and then I'll end my turn in Wrath form and go to 1. So I wonder if it's actually better. I mean, I got to defend just to prevent 1 damage, but it's slowing me down. But I guess I'm going to do it. So I should have 3 energy. I'm going to spend 1 on defend. I get 1 block. I'm going to play, not doing Wrath, I guess. I'm playing Strike Plus. That's going to do 2 damage, plus Necronomicon's going to double that, make it 4 damage. I'm going to take a damage and a damage for playing 2 attacks. I'm going to take another damage for playing another attack, which is this other strike. That's my last 2 energy. Or maybe I just don't play it. Just preserve the hit point. Very awkward. I'm just going to do 4 damage. Down to 28. Oh, and I forgot. I'm taking 2 from this. It's not like this is a free turn. Wow. Okay, I'm down to 2. Definitely glad I didn't go into Wrath. But this is not looking good. I draw 5. I almost don't want the Necronomicon this time. It's going to be doing 4 damage and getting strengthened. I need to block a lot. I think I'm going to do vigilance. I could wallop, but that's an attack, so I'd take a damage for that. I'm going to go to vigilance. Going to become calm. I get 2 block. I'm going to play defend, or no, defend plus. Last energy and 2 more block. Why did it move that there? Okay, and then the question is, do I play free consecrate? Because it's not free, it'd give me 1 damage, so I guess I just don't play it. So those were my cards this turn. Just making block. He hits for 4. I made 4 blocks. I go down to 0. But I'm calm now, and I'm not going to be taking damage for attacking anymore because he's going back to attack mode. Now I'm free to do tons of damage if I can afford it. Don't get hit for attacking. It doesn't have any block. It's only going to be hitting me for 2. So let's see how much I can unload. I need to roll the die. 3. So just lucky is still the scry option. If I'm calm, draw 3 cards, and then empty mind, enter neutral. So I'm definitely doing those cards. Play inner peace. If you're calm, draw 3. So that's cost me 1 energy. Draw 3. Then play, or maybe I should have done that. Maybe I didn't want to draw. Maybe I should have just luckied first. Yeah, I'm not going to screw that up again. Let's put these back. Oops. Shuffle those up. Put them back. Oh no, it doesn't make sense to try to just lucky first because my deck was empty. My discard, yeah, my deck was empty. All right. Then I'm going to spend 1 on empty mind, draw 2, enter neutral, get 2 energy. So I'm still even on energy, but I have a lot of cards. Is that worth it? Don't know. I need to block a little bit. Yeah, actually a different die roll for just lucky would have been nice. I can't go into wrath. Kind of wanted to, probably, maybe. Just doing 1 damage. Scry 1. Discard that. And then I got my 3 energy. I guess I'm going to wallop and then strike plus. So that's going to do a total of 4 damage. And all my energy, I'm going to get 2 block, which is all I need. 4 damage. Puts him down to 23. Then he hits me for 2 and gets 5 armor. Oh, he hits me for 3 now. Oh, no. Should I have not striked? Could have defended. I think I'm going to retcon that. I feel like I'm going to need that hit point later. So instead of striking, I got to defend so that I have 3 block and can prevent all that damage. Means he gets 2 health back, 25. And he's going to mode shift next turn. He's got 5 armor I need to get through. We have the different mode of get lucky. Don't know if that matters. And yeah, this hand is discarded. Draw a new 5. Reshuffle. What do we got? Consecrate is good this turn. I can enter Wrath. If I can get through all the how much damage can I do? I can do exactly 5 and then give myself like 1 armor. And then I have to survive defensive mode. I can give myself 2 armor, but I only need the 1 to block my own Wrath damage. So I guess I'm playing Eruption for 2, Consecrate. So it's dealing 2, 3, 4, 5 damage, but that just breaks the armor. And then at the end of my turn, I'm going to take damage, so I need to defend it. And that's all 3 of my energy. And I didn't make any progress. I'm now in Wrath form, though. But that's the form I don't want to be in. Going into defensive mode where I get punished for attacking. My cycle is all off. I'll get my 5 cards. I feel like I just need to block my way through defensive mode because I can't afford to be playing a bunch of cards. I'd like to be calm through defensive mode so that I have a lot of cards and a lot of blocking, and then come out when he hits attack form with Wrath. But if I set up block first, then I can avoid the damage from the sharp hide trigger. But I need to be able to block his 3 damage as well. Not sure I'm even going to be able to do that. Boy, oh boy. So I'm going to play Wallop for 2 energy. It's going to deal 3 damage because I'm still in Wrath form. And then I take a damage because of the sharp hide, but I gained 3 block. So now I have 2 block. But I need 3 block to avoid damage, and I need to switch out of Wrath form. But I think I need to play Inner Peace to become calm. No, I'll just play the 2-cost card that makes me calm and gives me armor. So maybe I defend instead. But I can't play Lucky because we rolled a 3, would scry, deal damage and scry, and then take a damage. So even though it's free, I can't afford it because I would take damage from the sharp hide. So defend is my last energy, gives me 1 more block, and then that's all I'm going to do. He hits me for 2 plus his 1 strength is 3, but I have the 3 block. And then he's going to move on to this where he's going to hit me for 5. I need to block 5 this time. Oh, and I forgot about my wrath damage. That's why I needed to switch. I'm taking 1 either way. Yeah, either I play the block and avoid the damage from the boss, or I play the form change to avoid damage from my own wrath. So I think, yeah, I just have to take a damage. I'll stay in wrath form, even though I don't want to be in wrath form in this mode. Now I'm going to have to block 6. Don't even know if my deck can do that. All right, never mind. I'm playing the other way. I'm doing the other way around. I mean, I'm still at 1, but I'm going to be in calm. So yeah, instead of the block, I played the calm mind card or whatever it's called. So now I could draw 2 cards, get energy, can enter calm right afterward again, like go back in. Ooh, but what if I draw the card that makes me wrath? I want to be able to go to wrath. Also want a lot of block. I need 5 block. Need 5 block. If I don't get 5 block, I lose. So let's play Empty Mind to draw 2. This gets set aside while I shuffle and then draw 5 block, huh? I think I can make 4. Yeah, I don't think it's possible. I rolled a 4, so that actually, the Get Lucky card would do it, but I can't draw any more cards. So I play Vigilance. I entered neutral, so I gained 2 energy. Now I'm playing Vigilance, getting 2 block and becoming calm. And then I can play Defend Plus and get 2 armor. Now I have 4 armor, 1 hit point, 1 energy. Oh wait, I can play Defend. Defend. Boop. 1 more block. Did I count that right? All right, so he hits me for 5. He gets another strength, and he's going to go over to attack mode. We're going to roll up a 5, which means my Get Lucky will make block this time. Yep. 3 energy. I am calm. And this is where I need to unload. I need 4 block to survive. Eruption now gives me energy back because I'm switching from calm. Oh, I also forgot. I have this weak potion. So if I need to, I can prevent 2 damage. All right, I think I'm going to play Inner Peace. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. I'm going to draw the last 3 cards of my deck. I'm going to play Eruption for 2, which makes me go to Wrath form, which means I get 2 energy. I'm dealing 2 damage. So it's going to put him down to 20. Then I'm going to play Just Lucky. We rolled a 5, so we're doing 1 damage plus 1 for Wrath. So he goes down to 18. And I get a block. 1 block. That was free. I'm going to play another free card, Consecrate. Deals 2 damage plus 1 because I'm in Wrath. So that's 3 damage. Puts him down to 15. Then with my 2 energy, I'm going to Wallop, but I'm also going to use Akabeko, gain strength for 1 attack, which means its damage is increased by 1. So I'm going to do 2 plus 1 because I'm in Wrath, plus 1 because of Akabeko, so 4 damage, putting him from 15 down to 11. And I get 4 block because of that, putting me up to 5. Now I'm out of energy, so that costs 2. So I'm going to discard these. Them over to here. I've got 5 block. I take 1 damage from being in Wrath form, bound to 4. He's doing 2 damage plus 2 strength. He's dealing 4. So I blocked everything. Okay. Survived that turn, but I used my Akabeko. Draw 5. Now he is going to do 7 damage unless I break 5 armor again. If I don't break 5 armor, he hits me for 7. So that does not sound like a good trade-off. Definitely have to do 5 damage. Being in Wrath helps for that. And I can easily do 6 damage with my 3 strikes, but then I die to my own Wrath. I think I need to play Strike Plus for 1. That's going to take away 3 block. And then Wallop. Man, Wallop has really been doing some work here. It's going to do 3 damage against his 2 remaining block. 1 damage goes through, which means I get 1 block, which is what I need to prevent my Wrath stance damage. He takes 1 and goes down to 10. He's going to move forward. I didn't even roll that time, but it didn't matter. Roll again for the next round. Another 5. 5, 5, 5. Discard these. Oh, I am going to need to switch to calm, I'm pretty sure. Because now I need to block 2, 3, 4. That's all I need to do. I just need to block 4. Just Lucky makes block, but it evens out. Empty Mind will put me into neutral. Inner Peace puts me into calm. So all I need to do is calm down and block. I can still use my weak potion if I need to. I think the Just Lucky is totally fine to play, totally safe. Because I rolled a 5, I get a block. So I'm going to do 1 damage plus 1 because I'm in Wrath, so it's going to put him down to 8. I take a damage in response, but I got the block, so that evens out. No energy was spent. Now I need a 4 block. So I'm going to play Inner Peace to become calm, and then I'm going to play Empty Mind to draw 2 and become neutral, which gives me 2 energy. Oh, I should have spent an energy for that as well. I did not get 4 block. So the best I can do is defend twice, get 2 block, go down to 1 energy, and then I have to use this weak potion. So I'm going to spend it, put it back to the bottom of the deck. That will give him 2 weaken. Fortunately, the weakens go away after 1 attack. Strengths just keep adding up. So he's going to do 2, 3, 4 minus the 2 weaken is 2. I made 2 block, but now I'm down that potion as well. So let's pitch the rest of my hand. Got to survive another turn here. 2 more cards. And now I have to avoid 6 damage. Don't know if I can do that. Let's see what we roll, I guess. 4 is not going to do it. Oh no, I pressed 4. I just changed it to a 4. I need to press R to roll it. And we got a 6, doesn't matter. I think the best I can do is wallop for 2 energy. That's going to do 2 damage. I get 2 armor. One of them immediately gets broken from the response. I can play Consecrate to deal 2 damage. 6 down to 4. I take another damage. Breaks that armor I just got. I can play this Explosive Potion. Deal 2 damage. Putting him down to 2. And then I can play Defend to get 2 block and die. So I could have striked and brought him down to 1. And then he kills me. Yeah, you know what? That's a better conclusion, isn't it? So let's play that. Bring him down to 1. And then he hits me back with Sharp Hide. And I'm dead. Otherwise, yeah, he's going to hit me for 4, 5, 6 damage. I did not have 6 block. So that's it. I lost the long, grueling fight against the Guardian at 1 health. And let's see what... I mean, if I didn't buy this Necronomicon, I probably would have had a better chance. The only time I got to use it, I also took an extra damage for using it, which definitely could not afford. No, hey, I'm trying to move that cube. Stop scripting me. All right, so let's take our rewards anyway. I get 3 more money. And we get a gold card reward or a rare card reward. So we get to look at 3 of these and take 1. We got the Spirit Shield, 2 cost, gain a block for each card in your hand and exhaust this. Establishment, 1 cost, cards you retained last turn cost 1 less until they leave your hand, another power. And Judgment, choose an enemy. If they have 7 or less, they die. Ethereal. Well, that would have been nice to have. Yeah, I think I'll choose that one. I have to check how ethereal works with that. I mean, if you... It doesn't say exhaust, so if you don't play it, let remove from the game. Is that right? Yeah, at the end of your turn, if it's in your hand, you exhaust it. So yeah, when you draw it, you have to play it, or it's just gone. You can't, definitely doesn't ever, it's like the opposite of retain. But even exhaust cards, they exhaust only when you play them. If you don't play it, it cycles back through your deck, you can use it later. Judgment is like, no, you better use it now. All right, and then the last thing we would get is the that little middle gold crown symbol in the top left is the boss reward treasure. So shuffle this deck up. We reveal 1 or 2 plus the number of players. There's just 1 player, so I'll reveal 3 of them. Thread the needle, end of turn block. Coffee dripper, start of turn, gain that symbol. That just means energy, but it's for like the generic energy for anybody. My energy looks different than that, but it still means energy. Start of turn, gain energy, but you can't rest at campfires or Pandora's box. Transform 3 cards, use it immediately, and then discard it. And transform means take the card out of the game and replace it with the top of your rewards deck. That is very... I mean, I love just doing the random crazy upgrades. End of turn block is really nice as well, though. I mean, I love the extra energy, but I don't want to not be able to rest. So let's do Pandora's box. Let's just pull maybe a regular strike, a regular defend, and another regular defend. And yeah, they just are going to be all removed, and we just get these 3 added in. Protect, retain, 3 block to any player for 2. Just lucky again, and battle him, 1 cost, once per turn deal damage, +1 if you're in Wrath. Well, that's nice. It's 1 cost, and then for the rest of the encounter, you get to deal 1 damage. So we got those 3. Guess we can click remove enemies. All right, these will go away, and at the end of, that's the end of Act 1. Act 2, I guess, is there a button? Next act? Hit the next act button? Let's just click it and see what happens. Boom, boom. It's all scripted magically. There you go. We get a new boss at the end. We've got a new path to go down and more difficult enemy decks. And hopefully you've built up your deck enough to be able to handle it. So there's a look at the first act of the Slay the Spire board game, solo mode. Thanks for watching. If you're interested, check out the link in the description. Subscribe so we can get more subscribers, and bye.